Hi guys, my name is Marcy. I am with Recreation and Wellness, and in honor of National Nutrition Month, we're going to be learning 2 different mug recipes, one sweet, one savory. So we're going to be making macaroni cheese in a mug, and then we'll be doing banana bread in a mug so we can get rid of those rotten bananas that are sitting on our counters probably. So we're going to start with macaroni and cheese in a mug. In order to make this recipe, you're going to need a microwave safe mug. If you don't know if your mug is microwave safe, you can check the bottom and it tells you. Then you're going to need half a cup of water. So you're going to need a measuring item of some sort. You can use measuring cup or a measuring cup. And you're going to need half a cup of water. And then you're going to need milk, tablespoons, measuring spoons. But we're going to use a tablespoon. Salt, pepper, macaroni or your pasta of choice, cheese, also your choice. So you can easily make this a vegan recipe if you're a vegetarian or vegan. But yeah, so that's what we need. You need a microwave. I have a microwave above me, can't see it, but it's there. And you're going to need a microwave to cook this. So I already poured my macaroni into the mug before I hopped onto this video. But after your macaroni is in your mug, we're going to pour the water in. And we're going to use a spoon to stir it around. Just to make sure all your macaroni is wet. So you need a spoon too, if I didn't say that. So you're going to get salt and pepper to taste. So, just do what you think. And then we are going to microwave this for 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll be back. Okay. Now I'm back with macaroni in the mug. So I did let this sit for a second before I pulled it in the microwave. I will warn you, it might overflow a little bit in your microwave, so you're gonna wipe it up. There's no way really to avoid that because it's boiling in your microwave. So be careful when you pull it out. Don't burn yourself. And we're going to don't drain any of the water out of the mug. Do not drain any of the water. We're going to pour our milk into our pasta. And then it says, the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of cheese. I'm going to add as much cheese as I want. You can start with 1/4 and kind of go with what you want, but I'm going to just eyeball this, and we're going to put as much cheese as we want in our... I only had a little bit left, I promise. I didn't pour a whole bag of cheese in there. And then you're going to stir it all together. It honestly might start melting at this stage right here, and that's perfectly okay. But we're going to stir it together, and then we're going to microwave for another 30 seconds or until it's done, but most likely 30 seconds. So 30 seconds to a minute longer. Okay, I'll be back again. And hello, back. Welcome back. So we're going to go ahead. We pulled our macaroni out of the microwave. It looks delicious. We're going to add salt and pepper to taste. I don't think it needs any salt, but I'm going to add some pepper. And your finished result should be this delicious macaroni and cheese. Right. It might seem a little soupy. Oh, with that being said, highly recommend not 30 seconds. It's going to be an extra 2 minutes. So total cooking time for this recipe is going to be 5 to 6 minutes. You're going to cook it for 3 minutes in the beginning. And where I pause, we pause. And then the second time we cook after we add our milk and cheese, we are going to cook for another 3 minutes. So our pasta will be done. And then I suggest letting it sit because it's really hot now. You can see the smoke coming off. But we're going to go ahead and taste it. And then we're going to make other people taste our mac and cheese. I know, this is seriously so good. Perfect dorm recipe. And tune in for banana on the bread recipe. We are going to begin our banana bread in a mug recipe. And we want you to have some dorm safe recipes that can keep you full and happy. So we're going to do a more sweet, indulgent version of a recipe. So you're going to need a microwave safe mug. Again, if you don't know if your mug is microwave safe, you're going to look at the bottom. So I have my Jack mug, and you're going to need some non-stick cooking spray. You're going to need salt, an egg, some milk, brown sugar, white sugar, a banana. I already mashed mine, but you're gonna need a ripe banana, flour, baking powder, and some baking soda. And then tools, you're going to need a set of measuring spoons. So the first step, I pre-measured all my ingredients ahead of time, so feel free to do that, but you can honestly just dump it all into your mug. So we're going to spray our mug with non-stick cooking spray so that our bread does not stick. So make sure it's nice and oiled. And then we are going to add our recipes. The great thing about mug recipes is that it doesn't actually matter what order you dump your ingredients in. But for the sake of all things, we're going to follow the recipe. So we're going to dump our flour, our dry ingredients. So I put my flour, my baking soda, my baking powder, and my salt all into one little container. And we're going to dump that into our microwave safe bowl. Mug. You can use a bowl, but mug's more sufficient. To dump all your dry ingredients in, and for measurements, you can check the recipe that's attached to this video. You're passed out or given to. I promise. There's ways to get the measurements. But in case you're wondering though, this was 3 tablespoons of flour, 1/8 baking powder, 1/8 baking soda. 1/8 is kind of tricky because there's no spoon for 1/8, but you're going to take your 1 teaspoon and you're going to halve that 4 times. So it's like 1/4, 1/2 of 1/4 of your 1 teaspoon. Anyway, after your dry ingredients are in your mug, you're going to do your wet ingredients. So I put my brown sugar, my white sugar, and some maple syrup into here. I use maple syrup. You can use vanilla extract. I didn't mention that earlier, but you can, if you don't have vanilla extract, you can use maple syrup. And so these are my wet ingredients, my wet sugars, and we're going to dump that into our mug with our dry ingredients. Alright, and then you're going to need the most important part. It's going to be your banana. I put my banana, my egg, and my oil and milk all into one thing. But you're going to need 1 ripe banana. It doesn't have to be ripe. My banana's not ripe, and it turns out fine every time I have done it. 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of milk of your choice. It can be almond milk, non-dairy milk, it's okay. I just use some organic reduced fat milk. And then you're going to do 1 egg. And you're going to mash it all together until it's a mushy baby food consistency. I'm using a fork because this is my recipe. And we're making a big banana bread. We use a whisk. Well, this is our whisk 3000 because it's for a mug recipe. So let's just mash that up. You can push it against your bowl to make it easier. We're just gonna, it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, chunky bread is good bread sometimes. Little big chunks of banana, but we're gonna just get that as mush as possible. So it should look something like that. And then we're going to pour this into our mug. I highly recommend that you use a large mug. From our previous video, I used a pretty large mug for my mac and cheese. Another mug like that for your bread would be good because this bread is going to rise, but a normal size mug will be fine. You're just going to have some tall bread at the end. So you're going to mix all your ingredients together. Make sure you get all your dry ingredients wet, so combine them so everything is nice and moist. I know we hate that word, but everything's nice and moist. Just some stir. We don't want any dry flour at the bottom of our mug. All right. That was some intense stirring. I apologize. And then we're going to pop this in the microwave for just about 3 minutes. You can check on it at 90 seconds. So, you know, whatever time frame that is, 1 minute and 30 seconds. At 90 seconds, you can check on it. I have a microwave above me, my door. And so I'll be back. All right, and we're back with our banana and a bread. So, key points here is that your bread is going to rise in the microwave. So when you check on it, I would check on it every 30 seconds after 90 seconds, just so that your bread can rise and then drop again, but it should drop again. You just don't want it to overflow and spill over. But yeah, so this is super duper hot, but we're still going, we're not going to eat it, but we're still going to eat it after it cools off. But this is what it should look like on the inside. So you're a cute little mug. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. I hope that was pretty straightforward. If not, you can always look at the recipe. All right, thank you.